All right, therapy talk. Oh, Jesus, here we go. Therapy talk. By the way, my agent never called me back. Can I call you right back? Therapy talk. Hey, Bill, have you heard this new trend emerging where people talk to strangers, friends, and families as if they're in a therapy session? Oh, God, are you talking about me? I think therapy is great for some, but for most, it's just a way to fill their narcissistic needs. Yeah, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's because of childhood trauma. They don't have boundaries and they just open up to anybody. Yeah, I saw somebody do that the other day in a shoe store. Person was asking their shoe size. Next thing you know, the person was talking about how they grew up without a father. The guy's just like, hey, man, that sounds awful. Anyway, what color are you looking for? Can we talk about me for an hour? This is what this person says for the narcissistic people. Sure, if you have something real to work out. But all these people going and talking about how to deal with stuff at work or their stupid friends' drama are just wasting time. Talking about the same shit every week just to stretch the problem out and beat a dead horse. Now they're bringing it to the streets and wasting my day and the dumb couch talk. I work with a woman who interjects this stuff into conversation about the shipping and receiving department. Dig a hole and crawl in it. All right. As much as you're making good points here, you kind of seem like you got some issues too. I actually relate to you because that's what I used to think when I would listen to people open up emotionally. And you're 100% right. I don't want to hear about, you got fucking touch funny by the birthday clown in the fucking 70s when, we're sitting there digging a ditch. Like, I don't need to hear that. I think she's a woman and she's at work. Can you say anything to that? Oh, look who decided to call back. Hang on one second. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, you got to be careful with women in the workplace. They're holding 4 aces. So, Jesus Christ, what the fuck do you do with somebody like that? Why don't you just say, yeah, I know, you already told me that. Yeah, I know, and it upset you. It makes sense that you would be upset, but we're trying to ship out these fucking packages here before next Valentine's Day. What do you say there, Toots? You want to give me a hand here? You want to grab a tape gun and help fucking wrap these things up here? What are we doing? You know what, dude? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to do with that, but I feel your pain with that. I actually feel both people's pain here. I understand why that woman is doing that because she had never got the love or whatever she needed, and now she's just like this open faucet of anybody that listens to her. They just puke out their fucking childhood. You know what I say to people like that? I go, you should do some mushrooms. You should do some... Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, look it up. So, what is that? Yeah, listen, it's your own thing, man. It's literally like learning how to do stand-up comedy. I could tell you a million fucking things. None of it's going to help you. You just need to get on a stage and do it. You could talk to me. I could talk to you, do blue in the face about mushrooms. Just go do it. All right? And just to be, safe here, a shaman is not a white guy in yoga pants. That's all the advice I have for you. God, now you got me thinking about that stuff. How the fuck do you get out of that when someone is just like opening up? I don't know how to exist in the job world anymore because I left it in 95. So when in 1995, you'd be like, oh my God, will you shut up about your fucking childhood? And then she would cry. And then people are like, come on, man. And then you go over and you would apologize. And then, that was it. You take her to friendlies, you get her a fribble, and that was it. You didn't lose your fucking career over it. So I don't know. Yes, I did say friendlies and a fribble. You take her to Rocky Point. Broke up with the girl because of Red Rocks. Oh, no. Billy Bruschetta. Your woman supporting women bit on Red Rocks was stellar. Well, thank you. That was a fun joke to tell. I'm one of four kids and the only boy. My sisters are awesome at sports and have competed through high school and college. I respect them as athletes. However, I agree with you when it comes to the points you made. Hey, let's not hear this fucking thing wrong here, all right? I was not shitting on female athletes. I was shitting on all the women who don't show up and support them. All right? And like, when female athletes complain about their pay, they're yelling at men. Like, I don't understand why they're like, ladies, where are all the feminists? Come on out to the fucking game. Come out and watch us play the way the men come out and watch the men play. Right? Which I'll be honest, man, if there's a fucking WNBA game on, I watch it. I fucking enjoy it. I enjoy women's softball, volleyball on a bunch of different levels. I will watch that shit. Unlike most women, I watch the shit. So, I mean, I don't know. I like to think I'm an ally. Except for volleyball. I'm kind of a perv. I was dating a girl up until this week. We had been together since March and really got off to a great start. Recently, we started engaging in more debate and conversation. A month ago, we watched Red Rocks and both laughed. When it came to the WNBA bit, she liked it but said it was based on a male's perspective. Well, yeah, I mean, she's right. I'm a male. I like to think I am. Jesus. I asked what you got wrong, and she said his attitude. I said his attitude isn't a fact. You may not like the way he said it, but what he said isn't wrong. We disagreed, but it wasn't a big deal because I'm tolerant of people's stupid opinions. Was that a joke on purpose or accidental, brilliant comedy? Wasn't a big deal because I'm tolerant of people's stupid... Oh, he says joke, but also I'm chill with this stuff. All right, you know something? Just that sentence alone, I can tell, as they used to say back in the day in Boston, you're a hot shit. So I'm starting to lean to your side in this argument. Cut to 2 weeks ago, I asked her if she wanted to go to my sister's playoff game. She's been to a couple of games with me in the past, and she liked them. Twist. I have a male cousin in the state finals for a different sport that she's friends with. That game was going to be huge, and everyone in town was going. She said she wanted to go to the boys' game because it was going to be a huge event. This was my opening. I didn't want to argue. I just hated the way she dismissed your bit and was fronting about being a feminist, and now she was proving your point. Please tell me you waited to bring this up until after she went to the male person's game. Anyways, he says, she wasn't having it. I asked her why not support the girls' team because their stands would be more empty and made all the obvious parallels. She couldn't comprehend the hypocrisy. We broke up when she said she wouldn't admit that you were right. Wow. I might be getting laid a little less this summer, but at least I'm a man of principle, right? Right? He says. Thanks and go fuck yourself. I'm going to tell you something, sir. You're going to do just fine in life, in the most important area, finding love. All right? A lot of guys, once they get a hold of someone, you know, they get afraid to leave and blah, blah, blah. The fact that you were fine with letting her go on something like that, you know, there was a lot in that. There's a lot in that. She didn't seem like she was playful. She didn't seem like she could take responsibility. I mean, granted, this is just your side of it, but the way you described it is, you know, relationships are fucking hard. So you have to be, like, malleable. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, you know, when you met me in 2006, that's what I thought. And I don't fucking think, so fuck you. You can't do that. You got to, you know, there's got to be give and take and that type of stuff. And it kind of seems like that's what you were looking for, and you didn't get it, and you walked. That's great. All right? I really believe you got to marry somebody that has a great sense of humor and can laugh at themselves and can apologize if they did something wrong. All right? And then conversely, you have to give them those gifts too. And if the two of you guys can do that, you got a shot. But if you're going to be fucking, she could have just fucking cued her way through that. All right, you're right. Well, that's going to be more exciting. I want to do that. And then you would laugh. And you guys would have had a great fucking time. But instead, she died on the hill. Oh, God help the poor bastard that ends up with that. And granted, this is another male perspective.